100% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are cold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by OmahaSteaks.com. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Bob, what's that rake back looking like?
I had a good weekend, actually. So
Did you? After Illinois?
Illinois, the college didn't do well. NFL did well.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Chiefs absolutely murdered me. So what's that rate back for
I
me?
stayed off that. Chiefs-Chargers always play each other kind of tight. In Brazil, no read on that shit.
Justin Herbert looked like Steve Young. Like that one.
He's good.
He nuked all of my Where was he? I love him. Look, I've always loved him, but he's not played that great.
He's fine. He's year
Ever.
two of Harbaugh, you know? He's finally getting his legs. He's finally got a competent team around him.
My God, dude. So what's the rake back? Tell everybody the rake back here for the audience.
If you have a dog shit weekend.
Which I did.
And
Well, I 50-50. Yes. Go ahead.
And you've been playing a while for MyBookie. You're in the MyBookie Plus rewards program. They'll toss you a little money back after a bad weekend and say thanks for being a valued degenerate customer. Here's a little money back.
God damn, dude. I started off strong. That Philly game, I called that down to the points. It was great across the board. We won a ton of money on that. Did a 6-point teaser, dropped it down to -2, dropped that over down to 42, won all the things, and I was feeling awesome going into the Chiefs game. Here's where I should have known it fell off the wagon for me, or things started going downhill. The game was on YouTube. We just opened up Hard AF Seltzer, which is live in Circle K's all over Tuscaloosa, Alabama, University of Auburn, and then down to the Panhandle of Florida. So I was calling on stores down there, meeting with the managers and all that other stuff. Go to a restaurant with my child later on in the evening, and they said we're not showing the game. I said, why aren't you showing the game? It's the Chiefs versus the Chargers, massive game.
Right.
It's on YouTube.
What, they don't have smart TVs?
They don't. And so a lot of these bars and restaurants are still in that old model because they've got to pay for UFC fights,
right,
pay-per-view, all that
they
other
just
stuff.
Have classic cable.
Correct.
Get a goddamn Roku stick,
dude,
dog.
Every single restaurant was like that.
Because Amazon, plays on an app on the TV too.
Yep.
So every Thursday night game.
I know.
You gotta get a stick, man. Apple.
You got to get a stick, but for a bar owner, imagine changing that many TVs for college games because there was college games on and everything else. I talked to several of the managers there because Hard AF Seltzer's in a lot of those bars, and all of them said the same thing. This streaming shit for college and NFL has turned into a fucking nightmare. So we had to, all of us, if you went around that restaurant that night, all of us had just iPhones up. Yeah. Watching the Chiefs game. So, yeah, man, it was not great.
Yeah, my dad was actually, my parents are in town, and we were talking about football, and he was like, did you watch the Chiefs game? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
It was broadcast.
Right.
And he was like, where? What?
See, again, this is a boomer problem.
I don't think it's
This
a
is
boomer
not,
problem.
This is not a problem for anybody that understands technology.
Spiritually, you're a boomer.
No.
Is
Well,
what he's saying.
spiritually. But here's the thing. Even talking to, because we're in so many bars and restaurants, we're in 8,000 retailers.
Yeah.
This isn't even a fucking humble brag or anything. All of them said the same thing of like, dude, when you walk into a sports bar, for example, you want to watch college, you want to watch baseball, you want to watch all these things. Because you're connected to so many streamers on different TVs, you have to program them in to every streamer, where it used to be a cable thing where it's just like, all right, cool, I enter the number, and then it goes to TV 1, TV 4, TV 6, TV whatever. Now you individually have to go up to that, watch that game, change that game to the next streamer, and then so on and so on and so on. And it's a pain in the ass. They bitched about it all fucking weekend long. And even I was frustrated with it on Friday nights, where I was just like, God damn, can we just show up and watch the NFL game?
You could if they just knew how to use YouTube.
You could, but
Again, so this is a boomer problem. I think this is not a problem for most people.
bars
honestly.
and restaurants, it is.
I'm
though.
tired of. I don't think the waitresses work enough. I think they should be able. I think they should have to figure out, because that's who does it. By the way, you sit at your table,
Sure,
and you're like, "Hey, can you change it to the Missouri game, the Chiefs game, whatever?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." The waitress will always just be like, "Yeah, hold on," and then 10 minutes later, the game finally gets changed. I want it faster. I want them to do it more.
Yep. But
I don't have a problem with that. I really think this is a manufactured problem that can be solved by the manager of the place saying, hey, here's probably what's going to happen today. Here's a fucking checklist of how you do each thing, the end. And that would solve that problem literally forever.
So I'll go back to it because this is part of the job, and it really is. It's like the Willie Loman shit where you're going from,
Right.
schlepping from bar to restaurants and
As your
Circle
sons
K's.
disappoint you, and
Yeah.
yeah. Not
and-
yours. I'm just saying Willie Loman. Terrible family.
Exactly, right?
I can't let the theater thing slide.
No, it's and I appreciate that, Bob. But so Friday night, because this one you'll actually appreciate. Friday night, it wasn't just the NFL game; it was Louisville.
Yeah,
a
Louisville
lot of
JMU. Yeah,
It was a lot of people where we were that actually wanted to watch that game too. So how do you put two different streamers on two different things? And they would have to swap out all their TVs, all their systems, all their other shit, and they were not happy about it. And any location that we went to, there wasn't one that had it dialed in.
Yeah.
And yeah, that Louisville game, even I wanted to watch that. So like, let's take the Chiefs in Louisville on Friday night.
right.
I wanted to see those two different TVs. Louisville they had because it was on, I guess.
on cable.
Yes.
It's on just
And then
ESPN.
Chiefs, they did not.
Yeah, the one thing I will say that sucks for those restaurants, like it wouldn't be a problem here in Austin because you can get like Google Fiber and shit like that. But like, yeah, if you're in like Tuscaloosa or something like that, and you have to stream a game,
Yes.
that could end up being shitty and problematic because you might not have the best internet.
Auburn, we were in the middle of fucking
Right,
nowhere,
right,
dude.
right.
Like,
Right.
I love Auburn, by the way. Beautiful stadium, beautiful campus. It was a blast. But they're in the middle of nowhere where, dude, they don't have fucking fiber out there. I
Right.
mean, it's just, yeah.
If the streaming stuff's hard when you maybe don't have great bandwidth. Shouldn't be a problem really for any city.
No.
But once you get outside of the cities, it becomes more difficult to reliably stream.
So people started checking out, and then we're going back to the hotel room and trying to figure it out and all the other stuff. But that's a problem for the future. I'm sure they'll figure it out. Meantime, let's get to the NFL this week. What was your first impression on week one, D'Anthony?
First impression is that we are in maybe a 5 to 7 year stretch where week one is basically the preseason.
I felt the same way.
And it's not good for the game,
No.
to be honest. Like, I don't want to hear from people who are playing, half of the year, half of the season you work. And I know you're working out in the off-season and stuff, but performance-wise, your attention span is over 6 months of the year, and you can't fucking show up for some preseason games and make sure you're ready to deliver on day one. If my job starts at 9 a.m. and I show up naked and not ready, I'm like, well, look, I need 15 minutes to get dressed and need another 20 to have my coffee, right? Sorry, that's on your dime because that technically is me getting ready for work. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
Get ready for fucking work before it starts. This is way worse than any of this other. And there's a lot of stupid shit going on in the NFL right now. One, the streaming stuff it's a little annoying. It doesn't really affect me that much. But the way that They've got like the the NFL Countdown show now has some fucking female TikToker that's like, oh, let's interview people. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay? Nobody wants that. Nobody asked for that shit. Ryan Clark is a retarded person. Mm-hmm. He should not be anywhere near a microphone or a camera ever, unless it's a camera and a microphone in the prison he's in at Gitmo, right, which is where he belongs. But I think the bigger problem is always going to be the product on the field. We haven't had a good opening week in a long time where it's like, these are huge matchups. We're going to schedule these matchups, and there's going to be a down-to-the-wire game and blah, blah, blah. I don't feel that on opening day.
I mean, we just had one.
We had one last night.
And then Chiefs-Chargers was late. Like, that was a tight game to the end.
Here's the thing. It was late because it was in Brazil. And so, I don't know about you guys. When I was watching this, though, it looked like the Chiefs' defense was just so exhausted that they didn't want to be there. I don't know what that flight was like.
Well, the Chiefs' defense was exhausted. I just want to make a couple of things clear. Mahomes looks great right out of the gate. The Chiefs cannot run the ball, and they're going to have problems all fucking year. All year they're going to have problems. When you're 5.5, 6 minutes behind possession against a team like the Chargers with also a good defense and the ability to run the ball, you're going to lose that game. You're going to lose that game because you've narrowed your possessions down by a minimum of 2 possessions for that game, right? Which is what happened to the Chiefs. They ran out of possessions, basically, right? They're in big trouble unless they can start running the ball. I don't care how good the rest of that team is. But for the reason you just said, doesn't matter how good the defense is. Doesn't matter. If you have to go out there for 65, 75 plays, then you are fucked, man.
Also, having your biggest team, and I hate to say it, the Chiefs are the biggest team in the NFL, partly because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
They've also won 3 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. So,
Totally.
I mean,
But
they've
even
been
for,
to 3 straight, too.
But for a small market team, it is really hard to break through in the way that the Chiefs have broken through. And, like, good on them, man, because it's fucking awesome. And you have the most exciting players in Mahomes and Kelce and those guys. It's great. But to send them to Brazil on a Friday night,
it's shitty.
It's shitty.
It's shitty. These foreign games are shitty. Not because, like, I'm like, oh, don't play in another country, but because it's just like there's not enough NFL games to justify fucking up somebody's schedule like that. In baseball or basketball, it's fine. There's 82, 162 games. Yeah, assholes, go play a game in London or whatever.
Bristol.
Or Japan or whatever. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. But there's only 17 games. Like, if you get a 2-game lead in a division is monstrous in the NFL compared to anything else, any other sport. So it fucking sucks, man.
I agree. And
same with college football in Ireland, by the way.
Oh, yes. We'll get to that. We'll get to college football after this. But let's take the Chiefs. All of us, I think, have been to a Chiefs game. The atmosphere in that stadium at Arrowhead, and then the tailgating and everything else.
It would have been a Chargers home game.
Okay, well, then that would have sucked.
You can take a game take the whole team out of LA.
You can take everything out of SoFi if you want.
Yeah,
I thought this might have been the Chiefs, and I was like, man,
no, it was technically a Chargers home game.
Okay, well that makes a little bit more sense. But the night before was Cowboys at Eagles, which was great. Then they had that rain delay that was an hour and a half.
Delay.
It didn't come back on until midnight. I was in the car, so it was nice for me because I had a late drive that night. But for everybody else, I would imagine you checked out probably at 11:30, 12.
I was up watching because I was packing up my house and because we moved this weekend. And then also, so I was up all night anyway. So I didn't give a fuck. But
did you actually watch these games?
I did, yes.
Okay, so every single one of them was a fucking penalty fest.
Yes.
Every one of them had a minimum of 13 penalties for 100 or more yards combined for the teams. It's almost as bad as college football with the ads, where the flow of the game is completely interrupted, right? So yeah, we got I would say 1.5 good games. That Chiefs Chargers game was ugly as shit. The Cowboys-Eagles game was a half good game, in my opinion, right?
Yes. I mean, the Lightning killed that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't punt in the first half.
No.
Yeah. And the Bills...
And then they only got 3 points in the second half total for the teams.
Yeah.
Bills-Ravens game became good only in the fourth quarter. It was a shit game before that, to be frank.
Right.
So we got a couple of decent games in week 1. This is your advertisement for the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. And most of these games were fucking stupid.
And I was at the Falcons game for the opener because we had stores at Circle K and all that other stuff in Georgia. I took my mom for her birthday to the game. There were so many penalties. The game was 4.5 hours. And all of us at that point were just like, holy Christ, can you guys not figure this the fuck out?
It's kind of a miserable stadium experience at this point.
It is.
Like, the TV experience is still okay because you can get up, you can go do whatever the fuck you want. But, like, in the stadium, by the end of it, you're just
rough,
like,
dude.
oh, my God.
When's the last time you were at a big college game?
A big college game?
Like one that's national
Probably
broadcast.
Texas, Ohio State.
It's been a couple years for me just because of the kids and my team is
Yeah.
but halfway across the country. But yeah, it's been a couple of years, and it's not as bad as it is now.
Everyone we've been to, it's not even. It's gotten worse the last 2-3 years, maybe 3. I think the last 2 years specifically. So this last one at Texas, Ohio State, by the end of the first half, there had been as many ads minute-wise as there were fucking minutes on the field.
Yeah.
30 minutes ads, 30 minutes on the field. That's fucking
And
wild.
by the way, the average amount of action for a football game is 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Of actual
action.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild. But that was at that game, Ohio State, Oregon last year. The Notre Dame game we went to with Ohio State last year was fucking brutal. I mean, everybody that ever went to university and played fucking badminton there got brought out onto the field.
They have the time
because there's nothing else to do.
Nothing else to
there's
do.
nothing else to do.
And so, Bob, here's what they do inside the stadiums now. They hold up it's about 3 times the size of this first form box. Right?
Yeah.
And it says 3 minutes and 50 seconds. You were going to lose your mind at that Ohio State-Texas game where it was just like, Jesus
every single time.
Christ.
You know,
every single time they walked out, it said 3 or 3:50. I'm like, how is it every fucking time there's a first down, there's a TV timeout? What the fuck, man?
The last one I went to was the Missouri-Ohio State Cotton Bowl, and that game was a million years long.
It took forever.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-hour game now.
And then the other, I guess, bitch I didn't mention before that it's not. I don't care because I don't really do this stuff. But people are bitching about game day, or not game day.
Fox Noon?
Red Zone.
Oh, Red Zone,
is
yes.
like
ads.
Red Zone is like, oh, here's this guy's about to score. Shrink. Here's a big ass ad while he's scoring. Like,
Dr.
what the
Pepper.
fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It would be
Little bit of
funny if it
chicken
was
fry.
that. I was gonna say it'd be a little bit funnier if it was that.
Yeah.
With the Twin Towers on fire in the background, that'd be funnier. But that's not what it was. No, there's a dude actively in the red zone, and as a fan, you want to watch how the players are moving around and all this other stuff, and it's part of the game. Instead, they do a picture-in-picture where the big picture is the fucking ad. What are you doing?
My favorite tweet I saw about the Red Zone ads was just like, capitalism has finally gone too far.
It has, because the people are this small,
Yeah.
and then the ad is 3/4 the
It's
screen.
like-
By the way, YouTube's doing it to our podcast, too, where it's just like, I've heard there's like 10 ads, and we don't get paid for this
Anytime
shit, so
we
it's
have
like,
a really banger episode or one that attracts a lot of outside attention, it's every 6 minutes there'll be an ad.
stop it.
Yep. That's what people, I don't really read the YouTube comments much, but when I do, it's almost always that.
I don't read the comments.
And we don't get
but
paid
that's awful.
shit.
No.
We put out, what, fucking...
We got $700 this last month from YouTube.
We
Put out
a fuckload of shows.
three lives a week on YouTube, 2 to 3
Yeah.
lives a week
Yeah. So-
on YouTube, and then the rest are behind paywall.
So let's just call it like, to be conservative, 12 total a month, right?
Yeah.
12 shows a month with tens of thousands of views on them, and we get paid. And they run constant ads on it, and we don't get paid shit. It's just weird.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers now. So we had 1.9 million views last month, and we made $720.
Where's our chicken fry money?
Where is it? And a little bit of chicken fry.
9/11.
Cold beer on a Friday night. But let's get to the actual games here. Cowboys, Eagles lived up to the hype, man. Look, it was a 4-point game. It was close. Jalen Carter decided to spit in the quarterback's face 6 seconds in there. I think the Eagles will probably go back to the Super Bowl here. Problem is, their defense was anchored around Jalen Carter because they traded the rest of the defense.
Yeah.
And then he leaves 6 seconds into the game. He gets thrown out.
Yep. And the Cowboys sling it immediately.
Yes, which they should. They should. They
Oh,
did
yeah,
the
yeah.
right thing.
They-
And the Eagles held on because they're the Eagles and they have a better team. But yeah, man, you can't do that shit and expect great things to happen there. CeeDee Lamb dropped so many balls in this game
boy.
that it was insane.
He's the leader for drop passes since he entered the league.
I
And
didn't
it's not
know
even
that.
close.
I didn't know that until
Yeah.
that night when everybody started going on
And
Twitter.
he's probably
hammering
going to lead this year too. You can't drop 4 in
Off
week
to a
one.
great start.
He dropped 4 in week 1. That's
Crazy.
a lot. I mean, that's a lot.
That
of
would you would be
drops.
angry at a college receiver for doing that.
Oh,
And we were.
beyond. We were
And-
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah,
I was
and,
like, bro.
And for an NFL, for what, probably a top 10 receiver in the NFL,
Yeah.
that's
He had 13 targets.
The Cowboys could have easily won this game if he caught those balls.
He had 13 targets and 7 receptions, and 4. It should have been 11 receptions and 13 because 4 of them hit his hands.
Dropped.
You know what I mean?
One was hands and chest.
Yeah. Yes, I mean
it was.
The Cowboys would have won the game easily.
This wasn't on Dak.
No, it was not. Usually we shit on Dak. I will not in this game. He put the ball exactly where it should be. His numbers are skewed in this game because of how many drops. He could have easily gone for 300 yards and didn't.
Yeah, one of those land passes was like a 50-yard bomb.
I was wide open. Next up was Chiefs-Chargers. Again, the exhaustion down there in Brazil, and the Chargers having the exact perfect game plan for this. What I was surprised is typically Harbaugh runs the ball over and over and over again. In this game, he threw over and over and over again, and it surprised the Chiefs. Even when it was down to 2 minutes, he said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to keep throwing the ball.
Very completable passes, though. Like, he wasn't necessarily – like, it was almost like what Mahomes has done the last couple of years, right? Just fucking manage it, go.
5, 7 yards. We'll just keep chipping away. And then Herbert ran like Mahomes and then ran out the clock on his own.
I couldn't believe that he made that run.
I couldn't either on 3rd and 12.
I thought they had him.
Justin Herbert has I've been down on him throughout his career, but I'll say this. He's got a real coach for the first time, in my opinion. Somebody that actually understands how a high-level offense is supposed to operate. And the Chiefs' defense is really good. And they did get tired at the end, but he didn't do most of his work at the end. They did score in the fourth quarter, but Herbert was working all day.
Jim Harbaugh is a fucking NFL coach.
He is a very, very good NFL coach. And right out of the gate against one of the better, in my opinion, a top 5 defense in the NFL, Herbert is 2.2 yards more per attempt than he was on his career, right?
Yeah.
And in game 1, in a system that has Marion Hampton, Najee Harris, etc.
Marion Hampton looks like a superstar.
He's going to be very good. He and Najee Harris together over the course of this season. I'm telling. This is what I said during the preseason show. I think the Chargers have a good shot.
You were absolutely correct, man. And watching those two together, Marion Hampton, I was really impressed by.
And Quentin Johnson is finally getting thrown to, but also catching the ball well. And he's a big ass dude. And you got Lam McConkey and you got Ty Conklin as well, and Keenan Allen on that fucking team.
It's a good ass
team. This team is really fucking good.
It is.
Also, keep in mind for Herbert for the rest of the year, I guess Harbaugh woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat after a nightmare and was just like, I have to make Justin Herbert a Hall of Famer. That's a true story.
He has
he did that. He told people that happened.
He has all the tools to be a Hall of Famer.
Is that like
he
when
always
Tucker
has.
Carlson got attacked by that demon? Or
yeah.
something?
I think it was probably the same demon.
Probably the same demon.
Yeah, but he's the Chargers are a dark horse to win the AFC, I think, because they've got all the pieces.
They do. Next up was Bucs Falcons. It's exactly what you thought it was. Falcons choked at the end. I was at the game. I was on the field for this game, and there's no words for the Falcons anymore. People are like, oh, man, are you excited about Penix? No, not really. To be honest with you, Bijan Robinson, they finally used him for the first time ever, and he had all the points in fantasy football. That's why he went number 1 in most drafts. That's how he should have been used for the last 2 years. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing there. And then once again, Baker Mayfield, because I was right behind him on the sideline.
Yeah.
He turned it on when he had to, and watching him talk to the team about what he was going to do, he's a fucking leader. There was no, in my opinion,
didn't have that good of a game.
No, and in my opinion, the way he talked to that team on the sideline, because I was right behind him, they were all like, yep, we're going to win this fucking game, and there was no doubts in the stadium. I swear to God, there was no doubt that Baker was going to lead these guys to a victory. And then the Falcons choked on a 35-yard field goal to push it to overtime. Classic Falcons.
The kicker said there was a problem with the turf.
There is not a problem with the turf. I was on
Just
the turf.
look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on it. There was no problem with it.
Well, I don't know about that, but
the Buccaneers kicker had zero problems with the turf. And he was, I'll put it this way, because we were there early with my kid, and it was my mom's birthday, and we did all the fun stuff you can do, and those guys were routinely hitting from 65 pregame, both kickers.
Yeah.
There was no problem with the fucking turf. And by the way, I don't know if they showed this on TV because I was in the stadium, but they let Koo decided to, when the Buccaneers called timeout, Koo kicked that field goal right down the middle. Zero problem with that. But when the game was actually being played to tie it, then he had a fucking problem and laid down on the ground. So
I think the Falcons are in a decent spot. They got a pretty solid defense. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. They got some good pieces over there. I think Penix is good.
I think they have everything on paper.
Yeah.
I mean, 290 yards, threw 42 times. I didn't get to watch this game,
Yeah.
but I mean, how did he look? Were there drops? What was going on?
They were behind. So the Falcons had to
yeah.
come back later on in the game and then make this a game. That's when Penix really started to throw it. His running was fine, but there was so many penalties.
I mean, his best receiver is Drake London, and Drake London had 15 targets and 8 receptions. So they're either – this is another thing that I'm talking about. They're either out of sync or he's missing his number one guy. That's not – that's just a problem of reps,
Those,
in my opinion.
in my opinion, just watching the game and being there, they were just short throws. They just didn't get to the receiver on that. It wasn't Drake London's fault.
No, I don't think he doesn't drop shit.
No. Kyle Pitts, God, he could be good. If you put him on the Chiefs after
Kyle Pitts
Kelsey
is gonna be
retired,
good here.
He could be a superstar. He's just been stuck in
He's
going to
be good here. By the way, Daryl Mooney was out,
Yep.
right? And that's their number. I wouldn't even say number 2. I would say 1A. I think he's just as good as Drake London. So it's a big loss going into a game like this, especially when you're going up against a gamer like Baker. It's funny how we've gone from like, oh, Baker might be able to win this game to don't fuck up because Baker will win. If you fuck up one time, he's going to win.
I can tell you, being right there, I was on the Bucs sideline for this game, not the Falcons either, because I want to see Emeka Ibuka. And my kid loves him. Watching him go, it was just the sheer will. Like, you knew he was going to win. And I looked at my mom. I was just like, he's going to fucking win. Like, it's just the will of that guy.
Well, it's not just what his will represents. It's that nobody else on the team wants to let him down.
No. And
You know what I
who
mean?
did he go to for the game-winning touchdown?
Yeah. That's what
Emeka
you do.
Ibuka.
That's what you do when you're a leader.
Yep.
Like, you just inspire everybody else. And he's
You want to talk about teams later on in the season that's going to be dangerous? Godwin didn't play.
Yeah.
So you're going to have Evans, Ibuka, and Godwin on this team?
Yeah.
Good fucking
We already
luck.
said preseason that they're a threat to be the number 1 seed in the NFC just by virtue of their schedule.
not having Godwin for the first 4 or 5 weeks is a blessing for them, to be honest, because it allows them to organically work Ibuka into the rotation.
It gets the rookie ready.
And then you're like, man, you got like the league is going to be in trouble when he has 3. These are
my
all
God.
3 of these guys are like we'll see with Ibuka, but the other 2 are Hall of Famers.
Mike Evans is a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my
easily.
opinion.
I think Godwin's
So do I.
a first ballot Hall
Although
of Famer as well.
They might be in for a little rough stretch, honestly, to start the season just because their opening schedule is brutal.
And they won't
Yeah.
have him. But when they
They
have
won't have
him,
him because at Texans versus Eagles, at Seahawks, like those games are all rough.
Texans look like shit this weekend.
You know what? They were fine.
Week 1?
They were fine.
You think it was a week 1 thing?
Yeah. I think they're fine. I think they're so fucking talented. And the Rams are
I do
really
too.
good. I mean, the Texans had a million penalties, but the Rams are really good.
I forgot. This is full disclosure for the audience here. I forgot they got Devontae Adams. So they got Puka,
yeah.
and then now they
Rams
got
are-
Devontae
Rams are
Adams.
low-key loaded.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the Rams are good, but yeah, the Houston looked like they hadn't played together as a team yet this season.
I mean, they were driving to win the
all.
game.
But they didn't play anybody in preseason. To go back to what you said at the top of the show, you cannot treat week 1 like it is your preseason game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it counts.
No.
Fucking-
It counts. It
They had-
matters.
They had 11 penalties for I mean, this isn't bad. Only 80 yards lost, but they lost 2 first downs out of that too.
Yeah.
That's where it fucks you.
Sure does.
Not to mention the first downs you may have gained if you were like 3rd and short and got a penalty and backed. Well, I'm talking about they lost 3rd downs or lost first downs rather from penalties. You just can't do that at any point in the season and expect to win, especially against a team like the Rams because 1, good defense, 2, they got weapons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they can chip. They've got enough
well-coached.
weapons that they can chip away at you all game and well coached. Yeah.
So
Just
you're
can't
going to
do that shit.
have to help me out with this next game here because I was at the game, so I didn't get to see a lot of these 1 o'clock games. Dolphins, Colts. What the fuck happened to the Dolphins?
The Colts happened.
They're soft.
They're soft. Daniel Jones is good against a soft team.
22 of 29 on a brand new team. I mean, they fucking destroyed
There
them.
hasn't been a point in Daniel Jones' career where all the pressure wasn't on him. Now he's got Jonathan Taylor. Even that little bit of space makes a difference for a guy like that, especially when you can run. He might be faster than Jonathan Taylor, to be honest.
But if you look at this Giants game, because they got destroyed by the Redskins, are the Giants just that shitty that maybe they almost destroyed Daniel Jones' career?
Probably. It's happened
Yes.
to a lot of quarterbacks.
God,
It's happened to a lot
damn
of
it,
quarterbacks.
dude. I'm stunned by that. The other one I was.
There's
oh
a
my God.
there's a lot of like second tier quarterbacks, or I should say this. There are a lot of guys who could have been like second tier quarterbacks who just went into the exact wrong place, and their whole careers got fucked because of it.
Drew Lock, I will still stand by on this one.
I think he's absolutely one. I wish he had gone to a better situation than Denver. Now he's just going to be a career backup, which is fine. Get your bag, baby. But
well, to be honest, we might be seeing the same thing with Justin Fields, even though he's gone to the Jets, which is also a black hole sometimes.
Great though,
but he looked good. Just like being around like having Breece Hall that could run the ball, not being in fucking Chicago, to be honest.
Yeah,
is a gift to anybody. But I mean, having Garrett Wilson to throw to, also
that
great.
Was his college receiver.
Right?
They were on fire, and ironically, Garrett Wilson fumbled the ball, and they lost this game. Otherwise, Jets win week 1, and it's pretty fucking simple.
I mean, I know we're not on this game yet, and like Bo Nix had a kind of whatever day, but Bo Nix is so. You could so easily fuck up Bo Nix. Bo Nix had to go to where he went. Mm-hmm. Like, Bo Nix is absolutely one of those guys. Wrong location, you're fucked.
Yes. I 100% agree.
But Sean Payton wanted him out of the draft.
He did, and like he got the best coach.
He knew he was going to get him.
God damn, that really, really matters. Next up, we'll go to the Raiders-Patriots. I was way off on this one. This was my fucking team, and then Geno comes out, new coach, throws for 362 against the Mike Vrabel defense in New England.
Look out for this. Dude, the AFC West is a nightmare. A nightmare.
My God, dude.
It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out and see if because some years we just assume the Chiefs are going to beat all three teams twice.
Yeah.
Maybe they lose one out of the 6 games they have against the AFC West teams. I think they might split with 2 of them.
Or all of them. I mean,
I don't know if the Raiders can beat them, to be honest.
They just beat the Patriots.
The Patriots and the Chiefs are not the same team. But
they're not.
We'll see. I don't know if they can beat them or not, but they're going to give them a game. It's not going to be like a blowout or anything like it would have been last year.
I have a lot of high hopes for the Patriots, though.
Even the wins in the AFC West are going to be. I mean, it's just going to take everything out of you.
The Patriots just need time. I wouldn't worry too much about them.
Yeah,
Vrabel's a good coach, and they've got good bones. You just got to give them time. They still don't have a number 1 like receiver or anything. You know what I mean?
Patriots. Stephon Diggs. How did he look? I didn't see it.
I mean, he
looked like he was good in Minneapolis.
Gotcha.
That's what he looked like.
Perfect.
But he's a good number 2 or 3 guy at this point. You just need a number 1. And Drake May's a good quarterback. He's already proven himself. We know. It's just the Patriots got to piece it together now. We'll see how it goes. But the Raiders look great.
I'm skipping over Cardinals Saints. They're losers. This was a loser game. I don't want to talk about it. Hear about it.
Well, we thought the Saints would be the worst team in football this year, and it turns out it might be the Dolphins. We'll see. Right?
Yeah, that's your only takeaway from this.
In defense of the Dolphins, this was the first game since Jim Irsay died. Also.
Is it something cocaine related? What do you mean?
That's why the Colts got up and played this
game.
I
see.
Yeah.
They were definitely up.
Can I tell you something that I really enjoy, though? This is a true story. Is his daughter was on the sidelines with a headset on the entire game, Jim Irsay's.
Love that.
Did you hear about this?
No.
So she goes, look, owning the fucking team and owning an NFL team is hard. She goes, I just want to hear if we have the right fucking people, if we're calling the right plays, if we're doing the right shit. And so she was on the sidelines with a goddamn headset on. Obviously didn't say anything.
Right.
But just listening to the game and trying to figure out where we fucked up or if we fucked up.
Right.
And then how you can improve the team.
Hearing how they talk to each other in the game. And
I've never heard of an ownership doing that before, and I actually think it's very, very smart.
I mean, in Fortune 500 companies, they do it all the time. The
Yes.
CEO just goes and sits in a cubicle and listens to what's going on around him.
Yes, and I've never heard of that before. I read that story later, and I saw her on the sidelines with a headset on. She didn't say anything. All she was doing was listening. She goes, if we're going to shell out millions and millions of dollars to these people, I want to know how they're doing at their fucking job. I don't care if it's football or something else. This is exactly what we should be doing is if we're going to play this much money.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine if a competent person does it. I feel like Jerry Jones would find a way to make that the worst decision possible. But
he would, but if you have somebody who's younger and can hear it,
a real
understand
person.
it, a real person.
Yeah.
He's not a real person anymore. Steelers, Jets. All right. I was, again, at the game, so I didn't get to see the ending of this. It was Garrett Wilson got hit and fumbled the ball, and then that was it, right?
Yeah.
Rodgers had 4 touchdowns.
Well, then
did Rodgers look that great?
Yeah, he looked sharp.
Efficient, good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their offensive line did not look great.
Nor did their defense,
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
the Jets' down linemen are good. So
So are we expecting big things out of Rodgers this year then? 4 touchdowns is a lot.
I mean, we'll see if the offensive line doesn't allow 4 sacks a game. He's 43.
41.
Yeah, I think he's,
One?
Yep.
Are you sure? I thought it was 42.
No.
43, 41. He'll be 42 in December. Okay. So, the Jets have a great defense, so whatever, right? And he knows that, and they also played against him a lot of reps last year in practice, probably, so they know him a little bit. Maybe they're still tuned into that, but yeah, they can't allow that.
No.
For a 40-year-old to get knocked down like that, it's not going to work. Jalen Warren looked just okay. He caught a touchdown pass. Jonas Smith caught one. Freiermuth caught one. And some dude, Runneck. I've never heard of that dude. DK Metcalf looked pretty good, but I think they're still kind of working into that offense a little bit. And Calvin Austin had some good catches too. They're still kind of working into that offense. Yeah, I think if they played, forget about what Pittsburgh's defense wasn't able to do. What Aaron Rodgers was able to do against the Jets, who are a really good defense, is a good sign. I mean, it's you can't take that any way but good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And to get a W week 1, how did Justin Fields? What was his final?
It was
numbers
good. 16 for 22, 9.9 average, 119 rating. Ran the ball okay, 12 for 48, two rushing touchdowns. He used his legs. Breece Hall looked great in this game too. The Jets got a shot to fucking be relevant too, to be honest.
Yeah.
They should have won this game.
Yes.
Right? But even if they had won this game, I would still say Aaron Rodgers looks really good. And to be honest, if you look up and down this roster, not a whole lot of differences. Both have really good defenses. You've got DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin on one side, and Garrett Wilson on the other. You've got Jalen Warren on one side and Breece Hall on the other. Those are all talented dudes. The difference is Mike Tomlin. That's it. Mike Tomlin is a fucking great coach. You could put him in charge of the Bad News Bears, and they would win at that Houston Astros game.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did. I don't remember that one.
I don't know.
Next up was the Redskins Giants. Now, you want to talk about a preseason game? Is just getting warm and ready. That's exactly the way the Redskins treated this game.
Well, they knew they could because the
yes,
Giants fucking
right.
suck.
And if you're playing the Giants week 1, yes, you can do this. If you're a Giants fan, I don't know what to say anymore.
Just hang on to those 2 Super Bowls, man. That's more than most people have this century.
But you have Malik Neighbors. I mean, you've got some talent here. I watched Scatabo absolutely run over people.
Yeah.
You have talent here. What the fuck is
But they don't
going
have
on?
all the talent. Like,
No.
they need they need a couple more years. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You don't have a couple more years when Russell Wilson is your starting quarterback. I know he's a placeholder for now, but Malik Neighbors is how many years in?
2.
He was a rookie last year.
So he's got next year he's going to want an extension, and you're going to have to decide if it's time to draft a quarterback next year with a first-round pick and get him somebody that can throw the fucking ball to him, or because you got to extend to the 5th year or whatever the fuck, right? I don't know what they're going to do.
Jackson Dart had a fantastic preseason for the Giants. Put him in. And by the way, Malik Neighbors loved him, raved about him in the preseason, said, dude, I love this kid. It's going to be awesome.
I don't understand this because it's not like baseball where you start accruing service time, so they'll fucking wait a little bit. Just put this guy in. Russell Wilson, he'll have 4 or 5 good games this year if they let him play the whole season because he's a good dime dropper. You shouldn't. I'm just saying he will have a good game when people are like, well, maybe we should leave him in for a while. No, absolutely not.
Nope.
Get him out of there. He's not good enough to play anymore. He'll have games where there's good protection and a bad pass rush or something like that, or bad linebacker coverage of receivers where he can drop those dimes in the 10 to 20 yard range behind the linebacker, and he'll think he's good again. He's not. That's the only thing he can do.
No.
And if you're a good coach on the other side, a good DC is going to shut that part down, and he's fucked at that point. You know what I mean? So put Dart in and just let them work a couple years together.
Just go
Who
the full
cares
season
how it goes
with
this
Malik
year?
Neighbors.
Yeah.
See how it goes with Scatabo, Malik Neighbors. It'd be fun. Who cares? You're not going to win anyways. It doesn't really matter.
No, but you're a couple of draft picks next season if Jackson Dart is good from being a relevant team.
Yep.
In a very tough division. Let these guys get as many reps together as possible right now. That's what I think.
I agree. Panthers, Jaguars, we will skip because of the Panthers and the Jaguars. Broncos Titans we'll skip as well because, look, Broncos treated this as a preseason game. It was a warm-up. They knew they would win in the end. They did. They did exactly what they needed to do. The only person that I was really impressed with in this game was R.J. Harvey. My God, man, 6 carries, 70 yards.
I mean,
breaking it off.
They're only going to get better. Broncos are only going to get better throughout the season.
Used very sparingly, too. They used, which I think they should, they used Dobbins as their workhorse. They use R.J. Harvey as their big play guy and their swing man out of the backfield because he can catch the ball like a motherfucker. They're better this year than they were last year, and they went pretty far last year. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
Next up was 49ers Seahawks. Didn't get to see this because I was on a plane. Now, McCaffrey had 22 carries for 69 yards, which isn't great. Jackson Smith and Jigma, if you're in fantasy football, 9 catches for 124. It appears he is the number one guy there. It was a close game, 17-13. How did Durr look? I didn't see him.
He looked good. He was running for his life a lot. I mean, this is the point in the season where the San Francisco defense is still healthy.
Okay.
So TBD, right? We don't know what either one of these teams are going to look like in a few months. But Purdy was sharp, as he always is, in my opinion. He had a couple of errant throws. Darnold was sharp, too. They couldn't run the ball really well at San Francisco, right? I mean, you should not this is an under game. No matter what the under is, you probably should take the under in this game because it looks like Seattle's 12th man is back, right? The stadium's going fucking crazy. I don't know if did you tune into the game?
I didn't get to see that game,
no. It was loud as shit. I can't remember how many. Let me check.
Once I got on the plane, it was Ravens-Bills, so I had that on in the plane.
Yeah, so the Seahawks had 4 penalties for 30 yards. San Francisco, who is notoriously a very well-disciplined team, had 9 penalties in this game.
Okay.
And several pre-snap penalties for the reasons that you would think. But, yeah, Seattle's defense looked really good. Couldn't run the ball, though, still. I don't know what's going on with I mean, it's San Francisco. They're good. They play well. But Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker III just looked okay.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Next up was Lions-Packers. Now, this one I took a fucking beating on because it was Lions +2. I believed in Lions. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl this year. They got destroyed. Interesting facts for you guys. So this one I watched because it was in between. I went from the stadium to Hartsfield Airport.
Yeah.
Traditionally, Hartsfield on every single terminal plays CNN all day long.
Yeah.
There's a TV above every single terminal there. It's the largest airport in the world. They had this game on, which was wild to me. So they were playing NFL at all the terminals. That's how big the NFL has gotten. And so I was able to watch this entire game, and I was stunned. I mean, they look like shit.
I think it's going to be – I think the Lions will be fine. I think they'll be in the playoffs. But it's going to be a rough start to the Lions season. They lost both of their coordinators. Both of them.
Yeah. It also looked like the Packers had a shot of life with Micah – just being on the team.
I mean,
like,
dude,
they looked like they were up for this game.
I love LaFleur's a great coach, and I'm sure Micah Parsons got them even more excited, but they've been a good team for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good organization. Obviously, it's a good organization.
Yeah.
But, dude, the Packers ain't nothing to fuck with.
No. Defense played really well. You got to think if
their defense was great.
It's a geometry problem. If player A and D over here can get to the quarterback in X amount of time, but then you add this other variable of Michael Parsons, who knows what the fuck he's up to. You got to account for him. So these guards and tackles in the middle have to slide over and protect, or you got to bring in a running back or a tight end or something like that to protect against him, and it collapses some of the rest of your defense. And now this guy, who's not mediocre, but he's a good, not a great player, but a good down lineman, a good pass rusher, all of a sudden he's a great pass rusher because you can't double team him anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what he brought. Their defense was fucking on point all game long. Game long.
It looked like it, man. Because this, by the way, this 27-13, that last touchdown was like garbage time. There was 4 minutes left.
They could have.
They could have beat them.
It should have been under
27-6.
10, yeah.
I mean, it was nuts.
Yep.
Next up, Texans Rams. This game was nowhere to be found where I was at.
It was on TV here.
14-9.
Dude, both defenses are good. The Rams' defense is especially good. It just is what it is. Early season game.
Who's the guy? Because Darnold retired. So who's the guy there?
What do you mean? Who's the guy?
So Aaron Donald retired. So who's the guy?
They just have a good defense. It's just a good system.
All the way around. Because Jalen Ramsey's gone.
The Rams
all
are
those guys are gone.
The Rams are probably the most underrated, like, competent organization in the NFL. Like, underrated for their competency. Like, they're just always
McVay
fucking solid.
McVay is great. Yeah.
They're just solid across the board every year. They're a tough out every time. The Texans were driving to win the game, but I forget his name, but he fumbled late on the drive, and the Rams locked it up. But it was a close game. It was an ugly game. There were a shit ton of penalties, but that honestly, the penalties probably affected the score more than anything.
Yeah.
Right.
There was a lot, yeah.
And then
The Rams, you probably name somebody on the Rams defense.
I don't think I can.
3 sacks, 4 pass deflections, hit the quarterback 7 times.
Who?
Doesn't matter. They did it. Right?
Yes.
This has been, to his point from before, this is how you may have described the Patriots defense back in the day. You would know people like Will, whatever the fuck his name was, and Teddy Bruschi and shit like that. Will, the big dude, Vincent Wilfork.
Wilfork, yeah.
Wilfork, yeah.
You would know those two guys. Wilfork because he looks like a school bus.
Right.
And then Teddy Bruschi because he was just good with the media. And
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had an interesting name. But otherwise, you didn't know any of those defensive players. They just cycled in pass rushers and linebackers all the time. You happen to have Aaron Donald, who's an all-time great for a while, but this is still an extremely competent organization when it comes to just being good at every single position.
Yep. And then last but not least, man, it was the best game of the year, maybe. I don't know how you beat this for the rest of the year.
I don't know you're going to top that quarter all year.
No. Yeah.
For sure. That fourth quarter was
That
insane.
is the best comeback maybe I've ever seen. I mean, he scored 22 points in the goddamn fourth quarter. Josh Allen, this looks like a team that wants to win the Super Bowl, man. I mean, it really does. Who did you pick the Bills on this show?
Probably just because they were at home. I don't remember off the top of my head.
No. I mean, to win the Super Bowl.
No.
Okay, because looking at this team, you could have given up way early. I mean, just right after halftime, midway through the third.
They're getting
You could
steamrolled.
have given up. Instead, they said, "Fuck it, man. We're balling out. We're going to score 22 points in the fourth quarter alone and won 41-40." I don't know how you top this game the entire year. Josh Allen was lights out in that fourth quarter, and they couldn't run the ball, they couldn't do dick, and they just found a way to win. This was the most impressive game to me of the entire weekend.
But you know what? They were never down a ton. It was always 2 possessions.
2 possessions in the NFL is down
that's
a ton,
a lot.
I think. Right?
I don't think so.
Not with these 2 teams specifically,
Yeah.
but with any other teams, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe with the Chiefs.
You
too.
look at the end of the third here, it was 34-19. And it's like in the NFL,
That's 2 possessions, baby.
that's 15 points, though. That's a lot.
That's 2 possessions.
And it's Baltimore.
That's 2 possessions.
Baltimore has a great team.
I know, but man, you got. I mean, both of them
And
are
Derrick
MVPs,
Henry had
but
169 yards. I thought
blew
they
the
were going
game.
to run out the clock, and that was it.
I
man.
thought that too.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry averaged 9.4 yards a carry.
God damn it.
I mean,
man.
that's wild.
And to you've always said this on the show for years. He starts slow, which he does. He really doesn't really pick it up until week 4. For him to start like this at 31 years old, I think he's 31, is so unbelievably impressive.
Yeah.
And
Well, he hasn't been starting slow since he got to Baltimore.
well, it's because it's a great team.
It's
I
not
mean,
just that they're a great team. It's there's got to be.
He feels like he's playing for something.
Yeah, like for real. I think
yeah, for
seriously.
real. He wants to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else. Something else is going on there because he just looks incredible already.
Yes.
And they have D-Hop who caught. They didn't use him that much. He caught a couple passes, including the touchdown. He's still got the best hands.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
He was my flex.
I love
fantasy.
D-Hop.
The biggest eye opener to me in this game was fucking Coleman. Like that guy's a star.
Yes.
For the Bills.
Yep.
He was all over the field. He was an incredible receiver on that Florida State team that got kind of robbed of the playoff.
I mean, they would have gotten butt fucked with no quarterback.
Yeah, 100%. But my God, dude, like he was electric in that game. Like he, to me, was, aside from Josh Allen, the best player in that game.
Yeah, he looked great. Keon Coleman's always been good.
Yeah.
He has, and like Bills fans had hit me up and said, "Hey, watch out for Coleman this year." You guys were correct, for real. All right, real quick, we got some sponsors here before we move on over to college. MyBookie.com, promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Bet with us or against us over there. All the spreads, including tonight's NFL Monday night game, will be through MyBookie.com. All of my slips are in there. Thank you, Josh Allen, for coming back. I had a fuck ton of money on this game, and I was sweating it bad. because I teased it up on
Yeah.
both the sides. So I teased up the over, which was nowhere near it until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then I teased the Bills up to +8, and I was nowhere near that either. And then Josh Allen and them came back. So thank you very much. It kind of leveled out my weekend over there. But every single all the Super Bowl odds, everything is going to change after this weekend here. So hopefully you got in your futures in advance. If not, maybe you saw one of these teams and you're like, you know what, dude, this would be a team I bet on in the future. Go to mybookie.com. Use the promo code Drinkin' Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. And as Bob said, if you're a day one homie, you can do those rakebacks.
Get the rakebacks.
Yes.
They got a live casino.
I got some
you can play.
rakebacks.
Yeah.
It was great. You and Fake Ryan here are doing the casino show on Fridays.
Yep. And by the way,
Casino Rocks.
A little rakeback hack, if you want it, and a little customer point hack is you get it based on bets, the amount of bets you do.
Right.
So every hand in blackjack is a bet.
And every game that I bet, by the way, is also a rake bet. And I bet a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
But I think there's a dollar amount too. I can't remember. I apologize to my bookie off the top of my head. But
it does
every
help
bet
boost your
counts.
rate back.
Yes, it does.
What?
It helps boost your rake back
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then you can also use that boost on games.
Yeah.
So I lost a fuck ton of the Chiefs. A lot of money across the board. And then I got to up it, and I used all that comeuppance, if you will, on Emeka Buka.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it boosted it by 22% on that bet, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is awesome. The whatever they're doing over there, the rakebacks, it's fun. You're going to see extra money in your account, and you're like, all right, what do I do with this? And then I bet it on Sunday and then won a shit ton back. So, it was nice. Nobody else does this. No other site does this. My bookie does, and you can be in all 50 states and bet on anything around the world on mybookie.com. You don't have to deal with the DraftKings bullshit or anything else. Where are we at? Ohio State? Yes. We're at Ohio State. They've got a DraftKings sports bar down there.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk in, you can bet on your phone, and then
the
watch
short
the games.
north.
Right. But they're in 6 states.
Right.
So who gives a fuck?
7.
Not
6 or
enough.
7.
Not enough.
We got 50 states, for Christ's
Yeah, I
sake.
think it's 7.
So, yeah,
but
I don't
And
give
if
a
the
fuck.
power's on, Puerto Rico.
There you go.
Yeah.
Power's
It's
on
well, you know,
Puerto
it's
Rico.
not going to be. It's not. You don't have to worry about that.
So, yeah, my bookie's got you covered, and then we'll pick the Chicago game here in a minute. But all these spreads are from there. Tickets. If you want tickets to any of these games, besides the Eagles game, tickets were really cheap this weekend. So if you want to take your family out, go to any of these games, some of these college games, go to drinkingbrostickets.com. It's $10 cheaper than StubHub, and they're relatively cheap. Now, the next one Dan and I will be at is the Penn State whiteout game. They're not as bad as you think.
No.
It's a big stadium.
It is. It's
cost.
110,000 people.
Yeah.
Well, the one we went to I think it was 2019 was 115,000 because they sold those standing room ticket SRO tickets.
Yep.
We'll see. I mean, this one's going to be packed. This is the biggest one since then, I think. Like this is
I think so.
This is the most meaningful whiteout game because I think wasn't last year like Washington or some bullshit like that.
It was.
And Washington wasn't really in it
Because they put
last
the Ohio
year.
State game on
Yeah.
at noon there, so they didn't get to have
Yeah.
a true whiteout game.
Yeah, but this one is Oregon and Penn State are both playoff teams. Implications from this game are huge. Both look pretty good so far this year, so
Yep.
it's going to be a big game. We're going to have some special guests up there too.
And
None
a
of your
massive
fucking business
tailgate
who
and
it
all
is,
that
yeah.
other stuff. Yeah.
Well, one
it's
of them
gonna
is
be awesome.
Jared. You know,
Jared's
JT
coming with
will
us.
be
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah, Jared's coming with us for that one. That's how big this game is. Ron Zimmich is our boy up there, Drinkin' Bros listener. So we're doing the tailgate with him for Hard AF Seltzer. Tall boys are also for sale for Penn State, as well as the 12-ounce cans for Penn State. And they're selling out everywhere. So we'll have them all for the game, the bars, the restaurants, all that stuff, and we'll be there in 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks? Holy shit, that's coming up soon. With all the colleges we've been to, it's pretty fucking crazy, actually. And then last but not least on this is our good buddies over at Snaps. Drink 15. That's the promo code there. Are they making you a Penn State shirt? I've got a call with him tomorrow. Do you want one?
yeah, I got to check. He said he was going to send Brandon some blanks and let him print on it, which is what we did before. So yeah,
Great. Snapsclothing.com. It's our favorites. We love those guys. By the way, not an advertiser. I'm just shouting them out for free because we got them on the Drinkin' Bros store as well. We have limited Drinkin' Bros shirts with those guys and Hard AF shirts with those guys, 50 a piece. And then if you want your favorite college, this is the only shirt company that's got, Jesus Christ, half of college, I feel like. So
Most of the P4 for sure. And
Drink
a couple,
15, yeah. And then hardafseltzer.com. We've got all the fucking things there. We just launched at Circle K, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. University of Auburn, the Panhandle. Dan and I are going to the USF game. We got to figure out that schedule there on November 6th at Bull's Liquor there. But they're selling out on campus, and they will have all the tall boys, all the things there. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. In your city or zip, it'll take you to the closest location nearest you. And all those tall boys, I just got the order this morning, are coming to HEB, Dan. So they're going to be in Austin and Dallas in the HEBs to start with. Holy shit, they're amazing, and it's green apple and blue raspberry. Those are the two highest tested ones, so they'll be there. Let's go over to Chicago's game tonight here. I don't know what to think, man. A lot of listeners were saying, dude, week one, we should start treating as a preseason and maybe not go so hard on week one. Maybe they're right.
I think the lines. I had a 6-leg teaser hit for the NFL, which I was happy about.
Did you? Who'd you have?
Oh God, I gotta go back and look now. It was the Eagles.
Okay. That hit.
Yeah, that hit. But when you tease it, it did not hit on the line. The
No.
line.
Well, hey, by the way, I only did the teasers on that game, so I didn't bet the lines on that because I thought they were too close. The average NFL line, by the way, the score is 4.1 points. So know that going into these games.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's tight, guys. So like these teasers and teasers and and the parlays really fucking help because you can fuck with the lines a little bit.
Yeah,
man. These games are close.
6 points is 6 to 7 points is an absolute gift in the NFL too because the games are tight. It was Eagles, Cardinals, Steelers, Commanders, Broncos, and Texans +9.
Ooh. Man, you just made it then on that Texans game. I made it on one of those Texans ones too.
Oh, I felt safe when they were driving to win the game. I was like, this is fine. The Rams will run out the clock if they fuck it up. I'm good to go. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt good on that, and then I had 400 on that Bills game. My God, dude. What a miracle.
The NFL it's the most dialed-in lines of any sport. So
it is, and here's the reason why, guys. The NFL is in on gambling. Also, I know I've said this a million times on the show, and I'll say it a million times more, and I just want to remind you. The NFL is the very best in the world. All the guys are the same size. College is totally different, man. When I was at that Auburn game this weekend, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it's just not close. The size between the players, but the size for the NFL, everybody's identical. If they decide to show up and play, anybody can win literally on any given Sunday, which is why the movie was called that. And it's why 4.1 is the average fucking score as far as the winner goes in all NFL games. Tonight, it is Minnesota -1.5 at the Bears. Who do you like, D'Anthony? Over-under's 43.5. It is very small.
Yeah, this one is a bit different because you've got quarterbacks who had to take reps in spring training or spring training. Fucking
yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, preseason.
Preseason.
Yep.
Because McCarthy missed all last year. He's a rookie technically now, and Fingernail Boy is still getting used to stuff, I think. So they gave him more reps than you would normally get.
Remember him walking off the field after he couldn't hit those nets?
Yeah. And the Bears' defense is better this year than it was last year. The Vikings are dealing with a whole new system right now, right? So it's going to be dodgy. I'm taking under 43.5, although I think the Bears win this game. So if you want to take plus money at +1.5 on them, I would take it. If you believe in the Bears, I don't know if you do or not, but I think the Bears are going to win.
Okay. Bob?
Yeah, I love the Bears +1.5. I'll take a money line too, but 1.5 is fine.
Yeah, I'm going to, you know me, I want to watch the whole game. I just got back from a ton of trips, so I got a ton of emails and bills to pay and all that other shit tonight. Once the wife goes to sleep, which is early, Daddy likes to watch all the games, so I try to bet on everything in this. So give me that MyBookie infamous teaser. Give me Bears +8.5. I'm going to drop that over down to 35.5, and I'm going to take the over there.
Okay.
I mean, you've got to be able to beat 35.5 in the NFL.
It's 5 touchdowns.
That's a 20 to 17 game.
Yeah.
Got to have that, right?
Should be able to do
No,
it.
you don't.
20 to 17, guys.
The Seahawks and Niners didn't hit it. I think there'll be enough scoring in this game for sure.
I did too.
Yeah.
You got Justin Jefferson. You got even Caleb Williams. I'm not a big fan of his, but he can fucking air it out. They have the talent.
The Bears have weapons and the Vikings have weapons. They should score some points for sure.
So that's where my money goes tonight. And just because I want to watch the entire game and root for it, I love that. Same with the Bills and the Ravens. I did this last night, and I told you guys on last week's show, I was going to go heavy on that and go heavy on the teaser because I wanted to watch the entire game, and it was the best fucking game of the weekend. Like, it was awesome. So, yeah, I just enjoy it, and I get to watch all of it, so that's why I do it.
I'll be making chicken soup tonight.
Are you really?
Yep.
For the soul or just for you?
Regular.
All right. Yeah. I didn't know if it's for your soul. I don't know what you're going through on a
Just
daily basis.
Make your mirepoix, throw in a whole chicken, pour in broth over the top of it, let it cook for an hour, put in a full lemon, squeeze a full lemon in there, let it cook for another like 45 minutes, pull the chicken out, take the meat off, throw it back in, good to go.
And you're good to go.
I like Autumn Dan.
Put some Parmesan on that.
Autumn Dan's nice.
Yeah.
He cooks, but he's a great cook. I know I've said this a million times, but he actually is in real life.
It's easy. That's actually Candace's recipe.
Is it really?
Which pisses me off because I'm like, so what's the exact recipe? She's just like, oh, I threw a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm like, I need fucking numbers.
You
now.
need
We're gonna be in
percentages.
trouble.
For
Yeah,
your
I need a protractor.
Yep.
A ruler, gallon. I don't know.
Bunsen burner.
Something. You got to give me something, but she refuses. I think maybe she's just hoarding her secrets.
Probably. Like KFC.
Yeah.
We'll switch on over to college here. College over the weekend. This was a week slate. However,
There were some great games.
It was, but it was telling, and I'll tell you why. For me, at least, the top teams played dog shit universities, and a lot of them did not show up for these games. Man.
Yeah, a lot of
And-
low-scoring games against FCS schools.
And I think it scared the shit out of a lot of people, man. We'll start, obviously, with number one, Ohio State Grambling. Now, obviously, I'm a fan of Ohio State, but this was the most impressive to me because you could take your foot off the gas on this. You should win 70-0. They won 70-0. Julian Sands set the record all time for any quarterback in the history of Ohio State in this game. Completed his first 17 in a row passes, and then went 18 for 19 for the game before they pulled him at halftime. Bo Jackson's kid actually came in the second half, had 8 carries for 108 yards here.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith had this team is
Bo Jackson Jr.
fucking
is
disgusting.
pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
I know it's Grambling, but still, he looked sharp cuts and stuff. Penn State was just okay.
Yeah, but the way that the ball comes out of Julian Sands' hands, I'd watch out for this kid, man.
He looks good, yeah. He looks.
Jesus.
The only question mark anybody really had about Ohio State, other than health, which is anybody gets that one, is how the quarterback was going to look, and he looked good against a good team, and he looked great against a bad team. So
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. The Penn State focused on the run. They just wanted to run the ball. They ran the ball.
Why? So that's what I wanted to ask you.
Because
here.
week one against who is it? What's the name of that stupid team?
Nevada?
Nevada.
Or Utah State?
No, Nevada.
Nevada, okay.
They just didn't run the ball particularly well in week one. Didn't look great. The blocking wasn't great. They got beat a lot on the line. They really focused on the run this week, which is why the score might look lower, but that was intentional. They ran the ball a lot on purpose.
But for me, I look at Drew Aller, 19 of 33 against FIU. Is nuts to me, man. I mean, you should be. The spread was, I think, 44.5 on this
It was
game.
huge.
I would not give Penn State the benefit of the doubt on beating the spread or on overs until I see something, because it's hard to tell right now if they're working through the playbook or if it's just low offense.
Okay.
You know?
What about LSU? So LSU, this was a stunner because I'm like, dude, they should have won by 90 points.
Yeah.
I thought they had a great defense first week, great offense. This was 23-7 against Louisiana Tech.
I mean, the defense did its job again. I don't know what they were doing. I was so stressed out about the Missouri-Kansas game all day that I was like, I don't know how much college football I can watch until this game is over. I just like am in mind fucked right now. But actually, I was really locked in on Baylor. SMU was the one game I had on before that. But you know, whatever. Why go out and fuck around a bunch with your guys? Like, you don't need to I don't think you need to run up the score anymore because these teams are all so close together. There's no hyper elite team. Just get your dumb wins over your dumb teams and, move on to the next week.
They also
get
had
it, but look
LSU had 6 dudes carry the ball, not including Nussmeier.
Right, but look at Nussmeier. It was the same as Aller. He was 26 of 41 against Louisiana Tech. How do you have 15 incompletions against Louisiana Tech? That scared me because I picked him as my Heisman winner, and I've got a bunch of money on him to win the Heisman this year, and wasn't amped by this.
I think a bigger problem is he got sacked 3 times.
Yeah.
by
against
Louisiana Tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also had 5 pass deflections.
It's not great.
That is really bad.
Their one question mark going into the year was a rebuilt offensive line. I don't know what they were tinkering with today, but it is what it is. They did the job against Clemson. I'm not going to read too much into this. Louisiana Tech's not like great, but they're not the worst fucking
It's
team
also
in the
a
world.
letdown game after a big game against Clemson, too, so you can see some of that.
But then go to the next game, Georgia, Austin Peay.
I'll be at the Georgia-Tennessee game this weekend, by the way.
Oh, are you?
I didn't realize that was part of that whole thing with Smith & Wesson.
Oh.
They were like, yeah, we're going to do a tailgate. I'm like, oh, cool. What's happened after that? And they were like, the game. I'm like, oh, you buy everybody tickets to that game? It's a pretty big game.
Massive
I
game.
didn't expect to get tickets to Georgia
Those are
at Tennessee.
expensive,
Yeah,
dude. Those are expensive.
Yeah, but that's Georgia looked okay. I think this is a letdown game, too. This is like,
Well,
Georgia hasn't played anybody yet.
Yeah.
They
So-
played
so-
two cupcakes, right? Mm-hmm. They get Tennessee this week. It's a humongous game, huge implications in the SEC for making the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they've even opened up their playbook at all.
So what do you do then, gambling Georgia, Tennessee, guys?
Georgia will beat Tennessee, I think.
It's a home game for Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take Georgia there. I think it's a pretty tight
Wait,
line.
are you? Is it in Knoxville or is it?
Yeah, it's Knoxville, yeah.
Oh, okay,
no,
so
it's
it's home game for
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
No, but it's still a home game for Georgia.
No.
Come on.
No.
Anything
No,
that
Tennessee.
Knoxville, no, they're going to show out.
They
They're really
love-
they're hyped on
yes,
this team this
yes,
year too.
Yes.
I would probably lean Tennessee for that game, to be honest.
I would too. Right
It's
now.
going to be really. I think Georgia will win. It's going to be really tough, though.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it'll be a great game.
That'll be the game of the weekend.
They can't. You can't make any mistakes in winning that game. I mean, SEC on the road in general is rough, no matter what the team is.
Tennessee, you and I have been there, man, for the biggest games there is. That is a fucking hard
Yeah,
place
Georgia's
to
a
play.
3.5-point favorite. I'd take the home dog.
I would too.
I mean, with those odds, I'll probably gamble that. Yeah, but Tennessee has opened up their playbook. They scored 72 points last week, so they're probably in more.
That's classic Heupel. He always does that.
They're in more of a offensive rhythm at this point in the season than Georgia is for sure. Because as he said, Georgia probably hasn't opened up their playbook yet. So what you might look out for is a first half lead by Tennessee, because they're going to open up the playbook immediately. Georgia's going to take some time to get warm.
So we'll do the college football show tomorrow, but this is going to be a tough call. Next up was Miami, Bethune-Cookman, 45-3.
Handle business.
Yeah, it's
Miami
fine.
looks good. Carson Beck looks good.
I know, 22-24. He is like the Julian Sand thing, like, dude.
Efficient.
Yes, and that's what you want to see out of your quarterback. I don't give a fuck that it's a dog shit school. Miami looks fucking good, dude.
Yep.
Like, this is exactly what you should do to prove to everybody, you know what? We have no letdowns. This is a full fucking year, and we're going through it.
They're definitely the best team in Florida right now.
I disagree.
Yeah.
We'll see
Oh,
this
come
week.
on.
We'll see this
Florida
week.
State?
No.
No.
Well, maybe, but
No,
USF has the best resume right now.
God damn, we
And
just
they're
got
playing-
invited to
they
go
play
there.
this weekend.
Yeah, they
I know,
play
on
Miami.
accident. Do they really?
They play Miami this week.
Woo! Next up, Oregon, Oklahoma State. What has happened to Oklahoma State?
It's time for Mike Gundy to retire.
This spread was 28.
Yep.
I did not bet this game on purpose because I was like, dude, it's Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy.
They've been
This
on
is
a
too high.
constant. They've been on a constant decline for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
4
years.
Yeah.
It's been really bad. Gundy's got to retire. He's going to get a statue there anyway. Just go out. Don't make it any worse. Gundy also made the
But
mistake.
he's
of-
young.
I don't care. He's washed. And Gundy made the mistake of talking shit on Oregon before the game too.
Yeah.
Like, you pay for your wins. Well,
69-3.
look what it fucking bought him.
is a
Yeah.
is a paycheck that you can't cash, my
Yeah.
friends. And again, out of Oregon, this is exactly what you want to see. 69-3, stop them into the fucking ground. Oregon, sky's the limit for these guys because Moore's a new quarterback there. He's getting used to it. They could be really fucking good this year. Texas, San Jose State. Do we still have an Arch Manning problem?
On paper, it looks fine. If you watch the game, they need to put a shock collar on Arch Manning, and if he tries to throw a sidearm, press it until he cries. Do not remove that from your fucking repertoire right now because you can't do it. The passes, it isn't even like he throws them errantly or anything. The passes land 7 to 12 yards short of the fucking receiver every time. That is not something you're capable of doing.
Yeah, this is what Bob said a long time ago with the D2 shit. Or what was it? 2A shit.
2A high school.
You could get away with that pass in 2A. You cannot
Get away
do
with
that.
anything in 2A.
Well,
Yes,
I don't know
you
that
cannot
he
do that.
That pass
Texas.
you can't get away with at any level because he can't complete it.
I guess he
it's
could
7
have then.
It's
Like,
7
I
to
don't know.
12 yards short of the intended receiver. We saw it like 2 different times in the first half at Ohio State. It was bad. You can't throw that pass.
19 of 30, and an interception. I know he had 4 touchdowns, but shit, dude, this wasn't great.
No, and San Jose State stinks. So
Stinks. And Texas, their top running back, only had 64 yards. I don't know what's wrong with his team. Like, I mean, who do they have next?
their coaching's not that good. They, I think they're at Florida.
No,
Maybe that's 2 weeks.
They got UTEP.
Okay, then it's
and
at
then
Florida.
Sam Houston, and then Florida.
Okay.
So I guess you'll find out who they are then, maybe. But Florida,
who knows? Yeah.
Florida also have their own problems. But we'll get to Troy Clemson. 27-16 in this game
Troy leading 16-3 at the half.
at the half. I mean, I was stunned.
Fucking bad. That one is an actual like red fucking flag. I don't
Yeah.
know. Clemson is. I would put them at like 3 in the ACC right now.
Troy's quarterback was better than
No,
Klubnik
4, I'm sorry.
in this game.
Yeah, I know.
He was 19 of 31 for 223 and a touchdown. I mean, if it wasn't for the running backs in this game, I don't know that they would have won. They came out in the second half and scored 24-0. And
Yeah, they dominated the second half.
Yes, but the first half, everybody in the stadium, because I was at Auburn, was just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what do you do with this team? What's the problem here?
You know what? Just let them get into ACC play. We'll see what fucking happens.
Yeah. Next up, South Carolina versus South Carolina State. They didn't look that great either.
Don't let the score fool you. It was way worse than the score looks. South Carolina, I think, scored 3 non-offensive touchdowns. Their offense has been fucking terrible
I know.
so far this year. Sellers has been straight up bad.
Yeah.
Like, it is not a good sign for them at all. They come to Missouri in 2 weeks, who is now ranked, and it's a night game. Like, we're going to find out a lot about South Carolina, who I think actually plays Vandy this week. Don't overlook that.
They're gonna lose this week to Vandy, I think.
Is it at Vandy?
It's
No,
at
it's at
South
home.
Carolina. They have a common opponent because they both played Virginia Tech already.
Okay.
And Vandy won by like twice as much as South Carolina did. South Carolina looks really fun. They have 3 punt return touchdowns on the year. They have 1 more offensive touchdown than they do non-offensive touchdown. Like, they're looking rough.
Sellers was like 52% in this game as a passer. That's in college against South Carolina State is unthinkable to me.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't wrap my mind around it. Next up was Illinois Duke.
Handled
Illinois,
business.
yeah.
Illinois looks
rolled.
good.
This was
Rolled.
actually a weird game because Duke statistically was better.
The quarterback play was definitely better for Duke.
And like they outgained them by like 60 yards, by 20 yards. They outpassed them. They just had a ton of turnovers and penalties, basically. I don't think Illinois took advantage of all the mistakes, so the 45-19 is deserved. But Illinois wasn't that efficient when they had the ball. I'm interested to see how they look against Indiana because I don't think Indiana's not going to fuck up the way Duke fucked up.
I can tell you this with Illinois because obviously Hard AF is there, and we watched a bunch of these games just to kind of take photos of the stadium and all that other shits. Their second half team, whatever Bielema is saying at halftime for these fucking guys, they come out and steamroll in the second half every time. They win all these goddamn games. Like, the quarterback is great, wide receiver is great. This was my lock of the weekend. It was only 2.5 here, and they destroyed it. But Illinois, I think, is a real football team, and I'm really curious to see what happens when they get home, especially with the rest of the Big Ten, because Michigan did not look great this weekend. I mean,
I think that was more about Oklahoma than Michigan.
You think so?
Yeah.
Underwood looked like shit.
I need to retract everything I said about Oklahoma. They're frightening.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, Mateer is the dude. That offensive coordinator has them humming. Their defense is great. Venables is kind of just he made a good hire at OC, and he's a great defensive coach. And Oklahoma always has talent. This is a scary Oklahoma team.
I also think Bryce Underwood looked, awful.
It's a tough ask.
Portnoy paid $10 million for this kid.
I'm just saying, he's a true freshman, right? True freshman on the road.
Yes.
At Oklahoma, I would say in the
Night
SEC,
game.
but I don't care if it's Oklahoma in the Big 12 or the SEC. Night game, that's a rough environment to have your second game ever in.
Either way, and then I'll go to the next one because I was at Auburn. I'm watching the scoreboard, and I was about to hit this parlay. All I needed was Arizona State just to cover, and what the fuck happened? Because I couldn't see any of it. They lost. Mississippi State was 1-12 last year.
Yeah, Mississippi State was real bad. They looked good in this game. They went up 17-0.
They tore down the goalposts, so they cut into the game for this. It was on the scoreboard at Auburn. They cut in for this. The students of Mississippi State tore down the goalposts in 10 seconds. And then they cut in for the end of the Florida game as well and put that on the screen. And all of us were just sitting there staring at the scoreboard, and we were like, what the fuck is happening? I didn't get to see this. What happened in this?
Sam Leavitt threw 2 picks.
Yep. Leavitt didn't look good.
Turned into points.
Mississippi State hit
and that's their guy from last year, too. He's not a new guy.
Right.
He's a junior this year, I think.
Yeah, man, Mississippi State just punched him in the mouth. Just fucking came out. They just wanted the game.
It was 17-3 at halftime.
17-3. Arizona State came back, and Mississippi State was had to do a game-winning drive, and this dude just busted coverage, caught a touchdown, like a huge, long touchdown with, I don't know, like 30 seconds left or something like that, and Mississippi State walked away with it. Kind of a weird week for the Big 12, to be honest. Like, Baylor got a big win. Iowa State got a big win. But fucking K-State lost to Army at home. Not a good Army team either.
Wait, Kansas State lost?
Lost at home to Army.
God, they've been terrible all 3 weeks.
Yep. Kansas lost at Missouri. That's fine. And then the other one, man, there was another bad Big 12. Oh, and then Arizona State, Mississippi State. But Baylor beat SMU. And like I said, Iowa State won. So mixed week for the Big 12, I guess.
Yeah, Baylor's not. I don't think Baylor's good either. I think they're okay. I think SMU is way worse than they were last year. They're not going to be ranked, I don't think.
I bet them first week Auburn, and I got.
I believe SMU did drop out.
They should. Yeah.
I think they dropped out.
But yeah, that Arizona State, I think twice big touchdown by Mississippi State. Arizona State gets the ball, and within a couple plays, turns it to interception. Twice in the game, right? So no hope. You can't catch up ever like that, right? You can't. You got to come back and punch him back in the mouth.
No.
And that's from a guy who's, I think he's a redshirt sophomore, but this is his 3rd year playing football because he played for Michigan State one year, the quarterback at Arizona State. It's like, I don't know what that is. Maybe just overly ambitious coaching. Maybe you don't have Scatabo to bail you out anymore.
Maybe not. Next up was South Florida at the Swamp.
Napier's dead.
Florida had 11 penalties for 103 yards and a turnover. That was a big one.
But the quarterback outplayed Lagway. They interrupted the game to play this fucking like all of it. And they asked us to come. Ironically, last week for Hard AF because we're their biggest seller on campus there at South Florida. Are we doing this? Should we say yes to that Thursday night game?
I'm telling you, if South Florida even keeps it close at Miami this weekend, they've got a really good shot of being in the playoff.
I don't think it even matters. Like even if they lose by 20 to Miami, they've already beaten Boise and a road win at
2 ranked
Florida.
Wins.
2 ranked. They're not going to be. Neither of those teams are going to be ranked anymore.
But they were.
In fact, Florida's not ranked anymore.
Yeah.
However, those 2 wins plus winning the AAC, they still have to win their conference. The only way they can get in and not win their conference would be to also beat Miami. But they're completely in the driver's seat. No one in the G5 is going to have a better resume than them if they win the AAC.
Okay, and then next up, we talked about
They just got to beat Navy. They got to play at Navy later this year.
Okay.
They have to win that game, but if they win that game, they're probably in the playoff.
It's a tough game.
The way everything else is going right now.
It's a tough game with that offense. Yeah. And then we talked about this earlier at the top of the Ohio State. This is Florida State, 77-3. This is exactly what you should do to these fucking teams. Florida State looks fucking.
They're back.
Great.
People overreacted to last year, which was horrible. But
well, I didn't think the Castle. I think people are overlooking this QB transfer here.
Yeah, Castellanos is great.
I mean, 8 of 11.
He
just came in super efficient, picked them apart.
Shifty little fucker.
It was 59-0 at halftime. No reason for him to play after that, which he didn't.
None.
But this is what you want out of a top-tier team. Beat the shit out of these fucking FCS schools. Like, this is what you want. And if you're a Florida State fan, you're back, you're excited, and fuck everybody, dude. This is going to be a tough out for the rest of the year. And this might be your ACC champion right here.
Yeah, he's a senior, by the way, Castellanos. He was at BC and he only played 1 full season.
He was great there, though.
Yeah, well, he was okay.
He was good.
He carried that entire team on his back.
Missouri played them last year, I think, with Castellanos at quarterback,
and it was close.
It was a lot closer than it should have been.
It was really inconsistent, but he had some big games. Yeah. And Florida State was like, on our team, you can actually win, and they've been right so far. And right now, he's kind of playing himself into a first or second round draft pick, which he would not have been at BC.
Good for him,
You know what I
man,
mean?
and good for Florida State
I hope
to
he
turn
pulls
it
it up
around
all
this
season,
fast.
because Clemson's a fucking joke right now. Somebody in the ACC's got to be good. And if Miami gets beat by South Florida this week, it's only Florida State.
I think that'll say more about South Florida at that point than it will about, because I think Miami's
Miami's
completely
pretty good.
legit.
Yeah.
But Florida State's looking really fucking good, and you should be excited, Seminoles fans. Next up was Iowa State, identical. I mean, Jesus Christ. If I wrote this script of a 16-13 game, Hollywood would be like, "Are you sure? Should we this is too on the nose. This was on the nose. This is what these teams are." And Iowa State won. Congratulations. They scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. Iowa scored none. Why the fuck can they not get an offensive coordinator in Iowa or any offense in this team? It's just beyond me.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Next up, Baylor came through a double OT against SMU.
Were you skipping Michigan, Oklahoma?
We already covered it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, no reason to rehash it.
Okay.
Yeah, material looks great.
They're a threat for the SEC title game, I think, partly because it's wide open.
Right.
But
SEC is not looking great. It is wide open. I agree with you. It is wide.
I think the SEC looks pretty good, other than Florida. It's just that there is no top dog at all in the SEC.
So before the season started, I had Texas head and shoulders, and I was like, all right. But you and I both quietly behind the scenes were like, what if the fucking bullshit with Arch is true?
I never believed in Texas.
And then here we are.
Yeah.
But who's the team then?
I'm not going to discount Georgia at all. Oklahoma, it looks fucking great. Who else? Honestly, I don't have a read on A&M yet, but Ole Miss didn't look great against Kentucky, but Stoops has kind of had Lane's number all 4 years they've played each other, so I don't discount that. I don't care what LSU did. LSU's still LSU. I'm getting very high on my Tigers. I don't think they're going to make a championship game appearance, but they're ranked this week, and Bo Prabula looks fucking incredible. And then I think
Tigers were down most of that game, and then they came back and won, and I think it all turned.
No, they're like 4 lead changes.
When that kid came on the field and kicked a field goal towards the sidelines.
Yes.
For $25,000.
Said, fuck the money.
That could turn your entire season.
I think we should raise $25,000 for that.
Oh, there's already a GoFundMe.
Oh, good.
Is it really?
I hope he makes $1 million.
And Sophie's giving him a signed jersey.
You know why? Because
she tweeted it. I saw the tweets, everything.
Yeah. You know why? Because fuck Kansas, dude.
Yeah. Well,
I have no reason for that. I just think it's hilarious.
Next year with that $400 million, it's going to be tough to compete against.
Oh, and then Tennessee. I think we'll see what happens in the Georgia game. Tennessee's looking scary.
Well, Tennessee I root for, and I said this, in the pre-prediction show, just because of that asshole quarterback. So, and by the way, they won 72-17. This is exactly what you should do.
And by the way, there's real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to say you could say the SEC looks bad or whatever. They just set the record for the most teams in the AP poll. Wow. There's 11 SEC teams ranked this week, and they lost one. Florida dropped out.
I know. I just don't think a lot of these teams are that great this year. Man, it's strange. Like, again, this Ole Miss Kentucky game, 30-23.
I'm not reading into that just because of the history of Stoops, for whatever reason, owning Lane. Like, really being a problem for Lane.
The spread on Florida, though, was 35 points.
Oh, Florida's dead. Billy Napier's dead. Napier lost his job. He's not fired yet, but he lost his job.
They should have never let him leave the stadium.
Yeah.
You're fired. Take your shit and go home.
Bury him, yeah.
Yeah. Bury him in the midfield and then play on his dead body for the next game. I'm sorry, that's it. You're dead. Tennessee looked great. Shit.
Alabama looked great.
Alabama.
I mean, they played UL Monroe, but still, I think Alabama's still in that. I think they're
still in the conversation.
I think Alabama's in the playoffs.
They have
17 for 17 out of Ty Simpson. That's what you wanted to see.
They got dudes.
The thing with Alabama, Florida State's really fucking good, and they beat up Alabama. That's all fine and good. But like you said in the NFL, it's any given Sunday because both of those fucking teams are so good. But what I think about with Missouri all the time is a perfect example because we're a mid-tier program. It's like some years, man, we have this great team. And it just doesn't fucking matter when you go up against Georgia. Because A, that team's not bad either, and then B, the level of talent is just obscene.
It is, but to beat Austin Peay 28-6, I mean, that spread was...
That's just my example from a team you have to play.
40-something, and
to my point, Alabama loaded. This team is still loaded. It's not a recruiting problem.
Right.
In any way whatsoever is it a recruiting problem.
No, I think I honestly think I wouldn't be shocked if Mizzou ends up in the playoff. It's going to be hard to squeeze in because there's so many good SEC teams. But I
Any 10-2 SEC team will make the playoff.
I told you before last season that if Pribula was the fucking starter for Penn State, they would have a much better shot of winning the Natty. Now he's with Mizzou's not going to win the Natty under any circumstances.
No.
But if Pribula was still at Penn State this year, they would be my favorite to win the national title because he's a quarterback.
Yeah.
The position that he's playing. Whereas Drew Allar is just a dude that plays quarterback, in my opinion.
But if I'm looking at this, I'm only really impressed by 5 teams still. Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Oregon, and the one that has creeped in there for me is Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State's legit.
Florida State, I think you should put Tennessee on that list as well.
And probably Miami.
Well, the only reason I don't, and I love Tennessee, look, nothing would make me happier than fucking Tennessee party and win a national championship, all that other shit, because it's just a blast of a school. It's just a new quarterback, and how long can that last? Of a guy that came in there in June or July and had to learn the playbook that quickly, it's so fucking hard. I'll put it to you this way: if he's able to do it and get them to the SEC championship, that kid should win the Heisman. That quarterback, what's his name? He's from Appalachian State.
Joey Aguilar.
Yeah.
He's going to win the Heisman at this rate. He's got he's 5-0, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I'll tell you what, there's a good dark horse for that.
Mateer?
If Baylor finds a way to win the Big 12, Sawyer Robertson will be in New York. So far, he's played 2 games against Auburn and SMU, so no FCS bullshit. 2 P4 schools.
Yeah.
859 yards, 7 touchdowns in 2 games against P4 schools. He is the offense ain't the problem at Baylor.
No, it is the defense, and they had a
if they can
real
string
big problem
if they can
now.
string together wins, if they can go 9-3, 10-2, make a Big 12 championship game appearance, win the Big 12, and then be a playoff team, that guy's in New York, no question.
Yeah, but me personally, my heart is rooting for Tennessee here.
I'll let you know this weekend how they look against Georgia's defense.
Yeah, let me know in person, because in person it really helps to see these guys, especially on the field and that close to the field. It really, really fucking helps.
It's worth noting Tennessee has gotten over the Alabama hump. They have not gotten over the Georgia hump.
Yeah, we'll see. And that's more of a Kirby hump than it is anything, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
It's mental.
Heupel versus Kirby.
It's mental.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, they've got the offense to do it right now, and Georgia's offense is not up to speed yet. If it ever does get up to speed, not that they can't win a national title without an offense, because they've done it twice.
Yeah. And then before we get out of here, because, baseball we'll get to, and you guys have tomahawks and all that other stuff, and we're heading towards the end of the season. I can't wait for playoff baseball. We're just not there yet. There was a presser today, breaking news here, where a reporter asked Sark about Arch Manning, and he lost his shit today. So people are asking.
Yep.
People are asking.
Why don't you?
I think if you're confident in Arch's progress, you don't snap.
Yep.
That's what I think.
I would also like to say maybe it's not Arch's fault. Maybe Sark just fucking sucks. Because you know who else calls plays for his team? Fucking Billy Napier.
Yeah.
As long as Sark is calling plays, it's impossible for me to put it all on Arch.
And to your points, with Ryan Day for Ohio State, he was calling the plays. And then when he wasn't, and it was Chip Kelly, they won a national championship.
How many teams did
maybe stop calling plays?
How many times during his 6th Super Bowl ring tenure was Bill Belichick calling the offensive or defensive plays?
Maybe one. There's one year they didn't have a DC.
I think he called defense one year, and that was it, just once.
But he never – that fat dude –
But he was a DC, I believe, at Cleveland's back in the day.
Yeah, he was before, Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's where he got to start. Well, he was a head coach there, too, I think, for a year or two, wasn't he?
Not sure.
And 97 to 99 or some shit like that. But
not a big enough Browns fan to know that.
I can't remember that fat dude that went to Notre Dame was their OC.
Charlie Weiss.
While. Charlie Weiss, he's great.
So I think Belichick was calling defensive plays when they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Shit. That was the best Rams team. That was the greatest show on turf.
And no. That was when they beat the second time, the shitty one you went to.
Yeah, that game was
the second
13-3. That was not the greatest show.
I think you're talking about Kurt Warner.
No.
He was there then.
He did
too.
come up with the defensive game plan for that, which was jam their wide receivers at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, did he really?
He did. That was his idea, but I think Romeo Crennel was calling the defense for that.
That was my first year in Los Angeles. I watched that game at Saddle Ranch on Sunset, dude. That was the yard short.
Yep.
Kevin Dyson. But yeah, the reporter, by the way, I want to give him a shout out. I know he was sitting on this line forever. He said that Manning appeared to have throwing pains. Congratulations on that quote. I know you probably wrote that over the weekend, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. So good for him. Sark cut him off and said, according to who, I've never filmed any of you guys when you were using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that, which is hilarious also by
Sweet.
Sark in that. So it's a fun season all the way around, kids. We're just getting our feet wet here. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Don't forget to use that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. I will place this bet right after this show is over in Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook tonight. I'm going to tease the Bears up and then the over down. If you can't win 20-17, you should not be in the NFL.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
Huge breaking news.
Whoa.
Probably more for fake news.
Okay.
But we just found out who won the Powerball.
What? Hey, was it a UT student?
UT frat pledge.
All right. We'll save this for fake news.
Yeah.
I saw the video. I did not believe it. I thought it was AI or a hoax or something else. So that you can confirm that?
I will double confirm
It's
it.
in the Austin Statesman.
Holy shit. So the kid put it on his phone. Bob, on fake news.
Yeah,
there is a video.
I got it.
All
I just
right.
bookmarked
Look, we'll be live on fake news here in fucking 5 minutes. So head on over there. In the meantime, rate this show a 5-star on Spotify. All the video for sports is on Spotify now. And then head on over to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. I cannot fucking wait to talk about this story. That is a dream that we've had for years. And I cannot believe that this is true. I saw it on Sunday morning, and I was like, there's no way this is true. They were partying like it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
Fuck. Turn into fake news. 5 minutes. Drinkin Bros Podcast, Patreon. We love you. Thanks for tuning in here to the Monday Morning Recap. For Anthony Hollaway, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good.